Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to review the GEPRC Elegant. Stay tuned. Alright, so just want to give you a few specs on the GEPRC Elegant. It is has 40 amp ESCs. It is D-Shot 150, 300, and 600. It does support anywhere from a 2S to a 5S LiPo battery. Has a 5.8 gigahertz VTX. You can set it to, of course, off if you're doing line of sight. 25 milliwatt, 200 milliwatt, and 600 milliwatt. The BNF, or the Bond and Fly, comes with the FR Sky RXSR receiver, which is what I have. The wheelbase is 230 millimeters. It has the Omnibus F4 SD board on it. Comes from the factory with Betaflight 3.2.5. It has the motors are a GR2306. They are 2450 kV motors. This thing weighs a whopping 348 grams without a battery and without props. So let's get into the review. So let me start this way. Let me start by the things that I don't like. Okay, so I don't like the antenna mount. It's kind of like a piece of foam, and right here where these screw holes go through, it wallows out very easily. This was actually the factory mount. I bought another frame kit, and it's a little bit different, but anyhow, I just would like something different. So hey, if you know of something different, how about leave me a comment below that'll work for this setup? I would appreciate that. The other thing that I didn't particularly like about the GEPRC is the wires go through the arms. Alright, for me, that may just be my disability and not being good at soldering. But I did have an issue with an arm. The arm actually did not break, but I crashed it a few times where the carbon fiber inside of the arm started coming apart, and so I had to replace an arm. I tell you what I did is on the old arm I cut out where the wires go through, and then I took a tie strap so I didn't have to resolder. So that's just a couple of things. Well, there's one more thing that I wasn't too fond of, and that is this camera angle. You know, most racers are flying through the air at this angle, and I'm a freestyle pilot, and I don't fly at that angle. I fly a little bit slower. I run some slower rates, and the angle of the camera, the run cam that I have here, is just a little bit high for my taste. It does work fine. I just feel like if you could get the view in my videos that I get in my goggles, you would probably like it better. Anyway, that's me. That may not be the same for you. I do like how the mount, it has holes in the front part of the frame where you can strap your mount on. You can put a Session 4 or the run cam. The run cam does fit, I've noticed, in a couple of different Session mounts. I did have another Session mount here that I did like, and ended up crashing, and you can see it just kind of split that one up. I'm going to get another one, but that's one thing I want to say about this quad. This thing has been fantastic for me. I've been flying this for about 3 months or so. So any of the videos you see on my channel, this is the quad that's in the air. This is what I've been flying. I really think the quality of it is pretty good. I've got a couple of small issues now. I hit something, and I don't know if you can tell from your view there, but that camera is just a little bit offside. it looks like maybe it's separating, and I don't think I can get you a good camera view there, but it still works, so I'm not particularly worried about that at all. These props that I have on here, I've had on there for probably a couple of weeks now. They came in the last quad box, and I think there's some T-motor props, and they've done me good, and I really enjoy this quad. I generally fly about 2 packs a day, every day during lunch, and I run 1500 milliamp. I've ran these batteries. These are kind of puffed. I've ran them so much. I had to buy another 5 batteries, and I got the Free Flies from Tattoo. They're 1550 milliamp, and I've really enjoyed those. They do well. One of the things that I want to make mention too is that before you get this thing in the air, of course, if you get the bind and fly model, you're going to have to, of course, you're going to have to pair your receiver with your transmitter. And to do that, for me, and it may not be the same for everybody, but I had to take these 4 bolts loose. The receiver is strapped with a wire tie right here to the bottom plate. Now, I cut the wire tie. I've got plenty of small wire ties, so I cut it. I was able to take that plate completely off, put it to the side, bind it to my radio, and then when I put it back together, I just took another wire tie and ran through the 2 holes that it has in the plate. And you need to be careful. I've had these FR Sky receivers like this that the antenna wires will pull away from the board itself. So just be very careful, kind of be gentle with it when you're pulling your leads through the foam antenna mount here. After you get everything mounted up, make sure you don't pull too hard on those. You shouldn't have any issues. I have had those pull loose before. I just wanted to mention that. I think it'll make it easier for you if you have to take this plate off to cut that wire tie and get another wire tie. Some people may be able to see the button. My eyes aren't that good, so I wasn't able to see it. So thank you. All right, so that's that for this section of the review. I do want to show you a couple of things in Betaflight. So if you'll hang tight with me here for just a second, we're going to go to Betaflight now. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to connect up to Betaflight with the Elegant. The very first thing that I want to show you that I think is very important is go to CLI on the left hand side. The command I want you to type is DUMP. And then hit the enter key, and it will give you a full dump of the factory settings for your Elegant. I think it is important to have that in case you have any issues. You'll have a full dump. You can save it to a file. Just make sure you've got it in a spot where you know where it is and save it, and you'll be all good right there. I'm going to reconnect back again here and show you the second thing that I think is pretty important on here is go to ports. Both of the GEPRC Elegants that I received did not have, if you look at UART number 3 all the way over, it has the VTX IRC Tramp selected. Make sure that this is on. Both of mine didn't have it on. It is important. You're going to get a few feet away from your quad, and you're not going to be able to have video. And it is very frustrating to go out and fly and not have video. So I'm trying to save you some time. If you get your quad and that's on, great. If it's not, make sure that you turn that on. It is very important. You can also go down to PID tuning. Now, me personally, my rate profile 1, as you can see here, I run some very low rates. I'm not a racer, I'm a freestyle pilot. I like flying freestyle. This was the rates that I found best for me. If you're new to this, just play with your stock rates, so you get a feel of it, and you can adjust the rates to where it feels good for you. That's a personal thing. So anyhow, these are the things I just wanted to show you here in Betaflight. And the very important thing is the making sure that the port is that the UART3 is on your VTX IRC tramp. If that is not on, you're not going to enjoy your flying experience. You're going to have crappy video. So thank you again for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe below. And I'm going to leave you with some flight footage. Thanks.